This is Parker from Coaster Pack, and today is my first ever visit to Six Flags Over Georgia. We're gonna ride Goliath and Twisted Cyclone, Daredevil Dive, and I think the Georgia Scorcher and Twisted Cyclone open like a half hour before the park, so we're gonna head there first. All right, Georgia Scorcher time. Looks like there is almost nobody in the line, so this should be pretty easy. So Georgia Scorcher was pretty good. It was very intense, but the ride up never checked my restraint. They never like did the push down pull up thing on my restraint, nothing, never checked my seatbelt. Dude stopped at row 7, I rode in the back. Don't know what that's all about, do better Six Flags. I'll get to pass this barrier in about 5 minutes when official park opening time is. And I'm going to go to Daredevil Dive because it has bad capacity, and then we'll see what goes on from there. On the way to Daredevil Dive, we're passing under this pretty canopy here with these little festive decorations. That's pretty nice. Nice shade. It's pretty hot out. All right, time for Daredevil Dive. We get some testing footage over here. I think because we are literally the first people who are going to be in, we might go for the front row. Then we'll come back for back. Front row, Daredevil Dive. It was pretty good. It had good hang time and some of the inversions and decent positive G's. I rode in the front row. Wasn't that much in terms of air time, which is really what I look for in a coaster, but it was pretty good for what it is, and it's a pretty solid Gerstlauer. I have not seen any action with Goliath, but there are people in the station, so I don't know what that means. We'll figure it out, and I'm going to do Goliath next, if it's open, which again, don't really know. I got first train of the day on Goliath, and that was crazy. There was some borderline ejector airtime in the finale, and it's not that rough. People say it's a lot worse than it actually is. I'd say it's my number 2 B&M Hyper. I like Mako a little bit more, but this is definitely up there. Going this way was a good idea because I have found Monster Mansion, which is actually the most anticipated ride for me, but I don't see anybody, so that's a little bit concerning. Well, that makes sense. Hopefully it's open tomorrow, or hopefully it opens later today. There's no action though. I don't see any people or anything, so no Monster Mansion. So I'm a little bit confused because at JB's, every single soda machine is out of syrup for every single drink. There are no drinks at JB's. So I got my food, and it was really good. That's one of the first like positive like non-coaster experiences I've had here so far. So that's good. It was very well seasoned and tasted good. The fries are a little bit iffy, but I enjoyed the food. I stumbled into Dahlonega Mine Train, so I'm gonna ride this next, and we'll see how the scenery is and how jank it is. So Dahlonega Mine Train is pretty terrible. The transitions are really bad. It's somehow managed to hurt and also be really boring. So that's like close to River King Mine Train at Six Flags St. Louis for the worst mine train I've ever ridden. I think that one's worse because the pull on the last drop on this one's all right. So Twisted Cyclone is right there, so we're gonna make our way over there. It looks like there is only one train on Twisted Cyclone. That's always fun. So I guess we're just gonna wait it out. Twisted Cyclone is very good. It exceeded my expectations, I'd say. The airtime is very strong and it was very sustained. Personally, I prefer it to Storm Chaser and Goliath here, right there. I prefer, and that's not exactly a popular opinion, but I really liked it. It was a cute little powerhouse. All right, after a while of aimlessly searching, I have finally found some credits. Blue Hawk and Great American Scream Machine. Let's go. This layout is slightly confusing, but we're making it work. Blue Hawk time, let's go. Believe it or not, Blue Hawk is not that bad. I mean, there was some mild whiplash here and there, but for the most part, it was very intense and was pretty smooth, and the vest restraints prevent headbanging, so I'm fine with it. So the so-called gruesome, agonizing sadism machine was not that gruesome or agonizing or sadist. And it was barely even a machine because it didn't do very much. But hey, it wasn't rough. So what more could you really ask for something with this terrible of a reputation? So I thought that maybe because Superman's here, this is Gotham City, but it's not. I have no idea where Gotham City is. So we're gonna ride Justice League. Superman predictably has a very long line, so we're going to see if I can use my skip the line pass on my season pass to get in, so we'll see. Superman Ultimate Flight was a lot better than the one at Great America because this one kind of hugs the ground. It feels like your head is gonna like scrape against the floor, so it's fun. I enjoyed it. The op put us in row 4, but it's fine. It probably rides about the same in every row anyway. Well, look who decided to open. Monster Mansion. And the line is spilling out the entrance, but that's okay, because I'm excited. I think Monster Mansion might be my favorite ride in the park. That's so cheesy and it's cute. I liked it, that was fun. I just got a couple more laps on Goliath and this thing absolutely kicks. The airtime is so strong, it's like almost standing airtime if you get enough room. Like, this is definitely my favorite B&M Hyper. I have it like 5 spots ahead of Mako. This is a great ride. I swear, getting to Gotham City is just like getting to Smoxygrad from the front of Energylandia. Kid Flash construction is not very fun. So, summer 2023 my ass. I finally made my way over to Gotham City. I got a lap on Riddler and 2 on Batman. Batman is really intense. Like, that thing pulls some serious G's, more so than the other Batman that I've ridden. And Mind Bender was alright. The loops were good, but I think that if it still had 7-car trains, then there would be a lot more airtime on the dips. But Gotham City's a pretty nice area. You know, it's clean, I guess. I don't know. I met this dude here. You want to be in the video?
Yeah, sure. What's up?
What's your favorite ride here?
Probably the Twisted Cyclone.
Twisted Cyclone, that's one of my favorites. It's so good. I love it.
You doing interviews?
No, but I am right now, so.
All right, sweet. Keep it up, man.
All right, thank you.
You have a good day.
We're kind of heading out, but some final thoughts on the park. It's kind of a mixed bag. I think the rides are fine. Like, the 1-2 punch here is incredible with Goliath and Twisted Cyclone. And they've got like great dark rides, like Monster Mansion is my favorite ride here. But there were a couple issues, like there's some irresponsible behaviors from the ops of the rides, like the op on Georgia Scorcher, like didn't check my restraint, and on Dahlonega Mine Train, I don't know if I told you this, but they tried to dispatch a train before the restraints were pulled down on one of the cars. And they also just seem to be apathetic and not in too much of a hurry to get the trains out. I mean, I can't imagine it's a great job, but still seems a little bit dodgy. that concludes my day at Six Flags Over Georgia. Despite having a couple gripes with the park here and there, my overall impression is very positive. They've got a great collection of rides and roller coasters, and the midways are very well landscaped and clean. All of the positive and negative factors taken into consideration, I think it's an upper tier Six Flags park. So if you haven't made it out there yet, I would highly recommend going. And if you enjoyed the vlog, subscribe to Coaster Pack. Have a great day and keep on coasting.